leaving the country or making you aware that you would leave the country came in the form of a telegram. A telegram will arrive and will inform you that you need to be at the airport for a certain day, probably in 2 or 3 days thereafter, and a certain time. So it came as, when it really came reality, it was a reality call.
We lived in a 3-floor apartment building. We lived on the 3rd floor. I had just gone down all the stairs and I heard my mom call me, Elena, come here, I have something very important to tell you. Elena, ven acá, tengo algo muy importante que decirte.
Although I was only 16, I would say that I was very mature for my age. But nevertheless, the fact that I got on the airplane for the first time, I mean, I'm a Guajiro, but I knew where the airplane was, obviously, and all that, but I had never been on an airplane before. It was a sense of, I was a little bit uneasy.
I seem to remember that both of my parents accompanied me to the ultimate entrance to La Peseta. And the reason they call it a peseta was because that's where you put fish in a fish bowl. And it was all glass, and you could see through it. And those that were leaving went to the other side of La Peseta, or the fish bowl, and then everybody else stayed behind.
What I remember in the peseta is I have heard a lot about searches, especially for the young girls, and I was afraid of that. So that really was making me a little bit nervous. But I didn't want to show that I was afraid. So I don't know if I managed to do that or not. I guess they could see through me. My brothers were keeping quiet. It was a long day, and the worst part is you're seeing your parents on the other side, and you cannot touch them. And so that was the worst part. I remember when I was leaving, putting my hands on the peseta and feeling very sad.
My father told me this story about a year before he died. And while we were on the plane and we were having fun and cavorting, getting already excited, since he was the general manager for KLM, he could be anywhere he wanted to be, and he was just pacing the airplane. And a friend of his grabbed him and said, Pancho, stand over here, nobody will see you. It was by one of the wheels of the plane, and there he cried his heart out. He sobbed because he didn't know when he was going to see us again. Even though I guess he told us that we were coming back, I guess he knew better. He didn't know when that was going to happen.
The only thing that I remember is how we filed to go into the plane, or up the ramp into the plane. It was an open tarmac, and somehow apparently there was this Cuban family. Well, actually, the mom and the daughter, Afro-Cuban, great family. And my mom said, "Could you please keep your eye on them until he sees his brother?"
At the airport, there was a terrace where the families would go to wave to their loved ones, and there was just a whole lot of people there. And everybody's waving and madly waving, and whether it's true or I just imagined it over the years, but I could see my mother's face up there. And in the midst of all those people, I really think I saw her face. Or maybe I was just wishing that I had. I don't know which it is.